Hey everybody, Colonel Lacey here, coming to you from my garage because the lighting is awesome. And I want to talk to you about something I've been thinking about lately, which is how to be a leader in difficult times. Okay, these are difficult times we're going through. Everybody's feeling it. There's anxiety, there's uncertainty, there's a lot of upheaval. Certainly nothing I've ever seen in my lifetime, or I think anybody else in recent times. But this time calls for leadership, and each and every one of us can be leaders in our home. Okay, and that's what we need right now. So remember, you don't have to be in charge to be a leader. You can lead from anywhere, because leading is just influencing the team toward the goal. Okay, so if you are influencing the team toward the goal, then you are being a leader. You are exercising leadership. And I think each and every one of us, each and every one of you can do that right now. So what is the goal? The goal is to get through this time of crisis in a healthy way, in a successful way, and to then get back to our lives. So the number one rule for being a leader in difficult times is remain positive. Leaders must be positive, okay? You can't be out there wallowing in a bunch of negativity and expect your team to get to the goal, okay? So I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can start today to be positive and remain so throughout this crisis. Number 1, don't complain, okay? Leaders do not complain. Complaining is just heaping negativity on a situation. It brings other people down. It creates a negative mood, and it burdens people, okay? Leaders don't burden people. Leaders take burdens off of people, okay? We remove burdens. So don't go around complaining. Listen, I spent 20 years in the military. There were definitely times where, things weren't super comfortable or like the best situation ever. But let me tell you, do you know when you're in the desert and it's 120 degrees out and you're living in a tent, you know what you don't want to hear people say? It's hot, okay? We got it. Everybody knows it's hot. No one wants to hear you talk about how hot it is, okay? When you're away from your family for 6 months at a time, nobody wants to hear you talk about how much it stinks to be away from your family and how much you miss them, okay? So don't complain. Nobody wants to hear today you walking around your house going, I'm bored. There's nothing on TV. I miss my friends. I can't believe I'm having peanut butter and jelly for the 3rd day in a row, okay? We get it. Times are tough all over, okay? But don't just heap that negativity into your home. Stay positive. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't have a good discussion about how you're feeling and share your feelings with your siblings or your parents. Of course you can do that, but don't just walk around spewing negativity everywhere and complaining, okay? So that's number 1 is don't complain. Number 2, focus on gratitude. Okay, that's like the opposite of complaining. So instead of thinking, I miss my friends and complaining about that, think about, wow, I'm so grateful that I have a phone that I can talk to my friends. I can snap book them and face chat them or wherever you guys do. I can do that 24/7. I can remain connected with all the people that I care about. I can actually play video games with them online. All right, so that's a really great thing to think about. Be happy that you can do that. Instead of saying, oh, I'm bored, focus on, wow, my time is my own. I can do whatever I want. I can get my homework done or whatever, and I can do a project, or I can focus on me time, or I can have some time to slow down and maybe, kind of ground myself and reflect and be healthy. Of course, everyone's biggest complaint, I can't believe I don't have Colonel Lacey's class. What am I going to do without Colonel Lacey's class? I miss his great jokes. I miss his wisdom. I miss his smiling face. Okay? Instead of complaining about that, think about, wow, I can watch Colonel Lacey's videos in my bed and get a real good nap in instead of pretending I'm watching it and falling asleep in class or putting my head on my book bag or whatever, okay? Focus on the positive, guys, all right? It's not all negativity. The last thing, number 3, is focus on the long term, okay? Guys, this isn't going to last forever, all right? This is going to be done and behind us, and we're going to be looking back on it as an experience that we had that maybe even made us better, okay? So instead of having your head down in the weeds, a leader needs to look up and look at the long term. So think about the long term. What do you want to be true? That I spent 7,000 hours on Fortnite, or I watched 10 million cat videos? Okay, those have their place. But at the end of this, what do I want to be true? All right, that I read 3 books, that I got 20 more push-ups in on my max, that I lost 5 pounds, that I wrote a book, okay, that I got my some good stuff, research done about my future and my college options or whatever it is I'm going to go do in the future. What do you want to be true when this is over? Because it's going to be over. So a leader has to have that vision and focus on that long-term vision. Okay, that's another way to stay positive. So 3 ways to stay positive. Leaders must be positive, guys. Don't complain. Focus on gratitude. Focus on the long term. And get out there in your families. Well, don't get out there. Stay in there with your families and be a positive influence on them, okay? Because people need leadership. We're here to serve our community and our nation. That's what our community and nation need right now during this time, is leadership in the home. You can do that. I look forward to seeing you do it and hearing about it. Hey, write some comments in there after you watch this video. Let me know what you're doing today, or you're going to start doing today, to be a positive influence and be a leader in your home, okay? Wash your hands.
Well, it's a high plains drifter mixed with Jack the Ripper, dropping lyrics like some waiter I was sitting